Good morning, Parish. Good morning. This is our first ever virtual news, distance learning news. So, as you know, we're distance learning now. We're not really in person until after Christmas break. So, this is how the news is going to look like until further notice. Now, of course, this is our first live news segment through Google Meet. So, right now, we're kind of trying to figure out the kinks of everything, how it works. So, without further ado, before we get into the regular news, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, please, for a moment of silence. Thank you. So, as I mentioned in the intro, guys, we're distance learning now. We're not really in our regular studio. So, let's talk about some cool things. So, Kyle, I like your Christmas lights in the background, by the way. Your J.C. Penney lights that are your pride and joy. No, yeah, guys, at the moment, Kyle can't really speak. He has something wrong with his throat, so he can't really say anything. All he can do is just sign language. So, as you know, normally in our new studio, we have our own kind of jobs that we have to do. Like, Aaron, you and me are the tech guys usually, so we have to be behind the scenes doing all the tech. How does it feel to not be doing tech and to actually be a part of the news program?
Well, I think it's nice because I get more time to film my videos and actually produce something rather than, do the switcher in the back and do the transitions. I'm also really glad that I get to sleep in for once,
That is true.
An hour and a half later than I used to. So
that is very nice indeed, because I don't get a lot of sleep. So it's perfect to get that little one extra hours of my 5 hours of sleep that I get. All right. So Miles, how have you been, by the way? It's been a while.
I've been doing quite well. I like being at home for spending time with my pets. I'm not in my bedroom right now because my guinea pig is a little bit noisy, but I do like spending time with them and they like getting the extra attention. Like Aaron said, it was very nice sleeping in, and it's kind of nice being in the comfort of your own home. Online schooling is pretty good. It's much better than last year.
True.
So having that comparison, things are going fine. Everything's perfect.
That is true, especially since last year, since it was so out of nowhere and teachers didn't really know what to do exactly with distance learning. So everything was just kind of on the spot. So it's good that this year they actually made everything more organized and everything's actually pretty good.
There's a plan.
So, Mr. Victoria, you and your friend Violet are usually the hosts of Super News. So what is Super News going forward with since we're doing distance learning now?
Well, I think the personal smaller segments within like the partner groups are going to be probably the one part of the news that are going to be a lot easier to replicate because it's a lot more contained and individual rather than this entire like group effort type thing. So I think if anything, those parts of the news will be the easiest to replicate from what we were doing in person.
That is true. And plus, since you two are two peas in a pod, I think you both would work pretty good together. So, Alex and Nate, you both are two sports heads. You guys love soccer to death. And honestly, I don't know much about soccer, but since you guys are around, usually you give me a little bit of information about it. So, as they usually do their Wednesday segment, they actually have a video for us today. And we're going to switch over to that now.
Hello and good morning, Parish, and welcome to our first news segment from home. So, unfortunately, we do have to do it this way, but it's nice that we're actually able to still get news out. So the first big news story for me and Nate's segment, Sports News, is that many soccer teams are actually letting fans back in. So, Premier League soccer in England is now having 3 different phases for COVID cases in different towns. Tell me about them, Nate.
So there are 3 phases when it comes to Premier League soccer. On phase 3, no fans are allowed in the stadiums. Phase 2, only 2,000 are allowed in. In phase 1, all fans are allowed back in.
Yep, and here's a list of the towns that are actually allowing fans back in. It's good to see that some places are actually progressing forward and the world's getting back to a normal place. Well, it doesn't really feel like that for us. So, thank you, Parishil, and have a good day.
Jason, that was really well done, Alex and Nate. Thank you for the information. Back to you, Jason.
All right, thank you, Ms. Chanat. So, guys, there isn't much news left, but for lunch, since there's no really, oh yeah, guys, remember, if you do want to get some lunch, the school is doing some drive-by or delivery stuff. So if you want to go to the school to get some lunch, go there. The lunch ladies might have some interesting food up there that you guys can have. But since we do have, we're in our comfort of our homes, we can have our own very nice lunch. So everyone, what are you guys having for lunch today?
Well, I'm having some instant noodles with half a turkey sandwich, so that's pretty nice.
How about you, Miles?
I am also having instant noodles. Me and my brother have to share the kitchen, so I hope that goes well.
Nice. How about you, Alex? What are you having for lunch?
I plan on fasting this lunch, so there's that.
Sounds fun. How about you, Sam?
Whatever's easiest to make.
That is true. How about you, Nate?
I agree with Sam. Whatever's easiest to make.
That is true. Easy Mac, instant ramen noodles are pretty easy to make. Now, Kyle, in sign language, if you can, what are you trying to have for lunch today? Krabby Patties. That is amazing, Kyle. I wonder what those things are made of. Well, those are the Jell-O ones, but I wonder what they're actually made of. For me personally, I don't know what I'm having for lunch yet. There's probably something out there in the kitchen, but at my desk, I do have some great value Rice Krispie treats, and right here, I have animal crackers that are white fudge. But anyways, that is all for our first news live broadcast, guys. Remember, over time, there will be a lot of kinks and stuff that we have to get through. So hopefully by the end of the year or by after Christmas break, the virtual news segment will be perfect. And be sure to like and subscribe, or mostly just subscribe to the news YouTube channel so you can get notifications for any uploaded news segments or anything cool that we upload. Anyways, that is all. Have a great day, Parish.